I wasn't expecting company, but if you stay out of the shrubs and flower beds, you could stay.
Give them a wave, Pops, now that you've invited them in. We're two old guys who enjoy playing sandbox and survival games together. I'm Uncle Craig. Go ahead and sit down. Let's visit for a while. We're on Pertam, or Pertam, however you pronounce that. Middle of one of those sandstorms they have. Got the Winnebago parked here. We were mining out this oasis here, getting some ice. We got more than enough now. So we're going to go over to the salvage yard. I figured it was time to do another presentation of the salvage yard because things have developed and turned out pretty good. We also have a good caretaker for it right now, someone watching over it. So let's go take a trip over there. So now we came just around the corner from the oasis, which is off to our right now. And you can see the salvage yard off in the distance. And let's try to avoid slamming into these rocks here. And really this type of weather is kind of where the salvage yard kind of it seems best to see the effect of the lighting and how we've set that all up, the color of the different lights, the randomness of the blinking and such. I'm going to put my HUD on here so I can level out the ship. As an old guy, I need all little helps that I can, and that little artificial horizon is a huge help. Back up here, and another one of the big helps for an old guy is just like the backup camera in your car, the landing camera on our ship. So I can't seem to get these landings right without it. So let's line ourselves up here. I think we actually have to go for a little bit further. And I believe when we're lined up with that connector, we're not going to hit anything here. That looks like we're in the clear. My depth perception sometimes is really bad in this game, like there. See, we're off a bit on the connector. There we go. Alright, let's go out the side here. And we'll take a look at the salvage yard, progress in the salvage yard. Now when we first put this up, it was just the fencing or the grating, and I don't even know if I had the power lines up yet. We put timer blocks and batteries all throughout the fencing, the outer gates. There's lots of power coming in there, lots of turbines, so we should never run out of power here. And then I set up a little gate here. I don't think it's big enough now for the new caretaker's vehicles, but it was at the time. It was just right for rovers. So here's the salvage yard. We first set it up for a whole nother faction, and the person we set it up for hasn't played for quite a while, so it's gone through a couple different people since then. And then we got our sign. We actually converted the sign from Atlas to TOGS, so now it's the two old guys salvaging and export. Over here is where we have the controls for the lights and of course the gate, so we can open and close the gate from the inside here as well. There we go. And then when we first got here, we had these containers here, old rusted out containers that have been here for a while, and so we just built around them. And we've left them here, kept them piped in. Since then we found some other containers that we put in here because we just had so much salvage to get collected in a short period of time. There was a huge accident nearby here, a whole ship lost, so we salvaged all the parts from it. We scrapped quite a bit of it. It's in these containers. We couldn't salvage it, but we did salvage most of the parts that we could over there in the corner. We'll look at that in a moment. The new caretaker also built up this office here. This was great. Little conference room behind a couple corrugated walls. Control panel, and then of course he's got his crowd chamber, survival kit, main container that he accesses on a regular basis, and he's got the ventilation right there. An assembler. So this is a small part of the operation, and he has the door coming out this way. When we came this last time to help him out, we realized we needed hydrogen storage, so we've got that set up here. I also built him a nozzle boom so we could dispense the H2, and it works pretty well. We created a small landing pad for the ship that we came in on, and look at that. It looks like I lost a landing gear in that. Boy, I did a horrible job landing, didn't I? Well, that's why you got insurance, right? So that's the build and repair systems, our insurance. Okay, this is a rover he's building. I don't know much about it, so we won't cover that. But, oops, get around the corner here. I get the welder out of my face. I'm going to clean up my HUD here a little bit. Let's just do away with that. I should probably close the doors. We need to put some timer blocks, or some sensors, I think, on the doors. So it'll close automatically since he's venting this area. Alright, so over here, by the way, I just deposit any pods I find. After I pick their pockets, I deposit them there for him. Here we got 2 refineries behind here with, I believe, an industrial assembler on top. And then because of the salvage that I brought in from the crash site, I went ahead and piped those things up here so we could get the oxygen. We also got a shield generator from that ship, so now that's part of this station. And then we have gyros and such. I probably should put in a little ramp there. And we put some tarps over this to keep it kind of protected. Merge blocks, we put them in as we need them, but we leave them there when we can so that we can put other stuff on it. Today I went to another base that was abandoned, and we picked up a few more things. I think it's this, what's this here? It's a basic assembler, not any big deal. We got a basic assembler and some other parts in these cargo containers that were full of things. And we brought those in and piped those up. So anyway, that's our salvage yard. It's going to keep progressing, I'm sure. Pandris has got a lot of ideas for it. Oh, I also brought over the wrecker, by the way. This atmospheric wrecker we've had for a long time over in the Earth-like headquarters, and it has come in really handy. We don't engage the towing thrusters very often, but when we do, we can lift even a lot of large grid things. We can lift with this ship, and so there's a lot of power behind it, and it's got good grappling underneath. So anyway, it comes in pretty handy for just about anything, picking up anything and bringing it back into the salvage yard. So I'm leaving that for him. I created a new one on Earth-like that is hydrogen-based, so I can use it in space. And it'll probably grow into what this is, but right now it's kind of in the prototype and a research and development stage. So anyway, that's the tour of the TOG salvage yard. I hope you liked it.
Like, subscriber, get off my lawn.